Excellent. I'm going to do one more and pull a sneaky move because I got some friends here that, and we had a little extra time, and I'm an outlaw country man, so I'm going to play one more and then invite a couple of my friends up to play a couple songs for you, and you're going to really enjoy it. You're welcome. I love you guys. This one's called What'd You Do Last Weekend? I have it at my bar back home. We'd get there at noon. It's a little gold mine in town. Population 100. The oldest consecutive business in California is the saloon and the general store. And the bartender, Rick, there, we'd walk in at noon, say on a Saturday, and we didn't have much to do except listen to jukebox and drink some cold ones and some quiet ones. And he would be like, "Hey, did you hear Kelly Stanley rolled his four-wheeler, man? He broke his femur." And then we're like, "Oh, okay." And then like somebody else would come in the bar, "You hear Kelly Stanley broke his femur, man?" I'm like, "Who's his femur?" And so we'd hear the story and it's just one of our funny things to, like, we'd hear Kelly Stanley rolling his four-wheeler. But it was always like that. And so I wrote this song just thinking like, hey, what'd you do last weekend, you know? Are you cool? Like you went back to go to work? Did the weekend fulfill you? And it's called, What'd You Do Last Weekend? Well, did you gather enough stories to get you through the week? From your weekend vacation to the mountains or the city, did you party? Did you kick back, drink beers and skeet shoot, or hit the strip clubs, martinis, lots of cocaine, lots of P2s? Did your uncle buy a new quad? Did you ride it through the hills? Did you barbecue and play Hold'em with Jim, Marty, Bob, and Phil? Did your sister need a sitter, so you stayed home and made cookies? Did the pretty girl from the coffee shop finally give you nookie? Did you get to that project you started last winter? Did it end up Sunday night with a nice Sunday dinner? Did you go back to do what you do? Well, these stories just help you pull on through until your weekends and your real life begins. Well, did you play chess with your granddad? Did he win? Was he tricky? Did you drink too much Jim Beam and wind up with some hickeys? Did you go see your favorite band? Did they play your favorite song? Was that monster truck show sweet? Did your cousin tag along? Did you eat a bunch of acid and run around naked? Were you foolish with a fragile heart? Did you bend it? Did you break it? Did you stay home with the wife and just watch some old Cusack movies? Did it put her in the mood? Did she pull out her boobies? Did you go smoke a bunch of grass and think about the government and went to some fancy lecture and you still don't know what the hell it meant? Did your neighbor come over and say, "Hey man, you seen Kenny? Shit, man. We was with one-armed barber, man. They had a baby stroll with a battery in it, a fishing pole." Shit. I don't know, man. I just got out here. Man, what are you doing up there? I was playing guitar, man. Shit, dude. You know what? That sounded a lot like Eddie Money, dude. That shit badass, dude. Thanks, man. He's like, "No, Eddie Money's badass." When me and Kitty were in county, man, shit, we used to roll dice, and we had like two dickheads and a pair of dice. That was our shit. And so when we got out of county, I saw he was coming fair, man. I said, fuck it. I got 2 tickets. And Barbara ain't coming, hell no. So me and Kenny went to fair, saw Eddie Money, dude. He was badass. And at the end, he like threw his harmonica out in the crowd, and I went down on one knee. I'm like, "Come on, Kenny, jump up." And he tried to jump up, and he almost caught it, but he couldn't because he doesn't jump like he used to. Because when we were fishing at old man's Lehman's Pond, a hula popper ripped his nutsack open one day. I didn't even know he was back there. I had a cast like this, and I heard a howl and a chunk of nut meat flying on a hula popper, and bam, no shit, boom, 5-pounder right on. He's screaming. I'm like, sorry, King, I gotta reel that shit in, man. Boom, they. He walked home that day holding his nuts. I was carrying a 5-pound bath. Hey, you mind if I go through that ashtray and get a couple halfies there? Look at that. Hey, you think you give me a ride to Waffle House, man? We're supposed to trade that car battery for a space heater and a bicycle, but Ken he can't ride bikes anymore. Yeah, man, get in the truck. Did you go back to do what you do? Will these stories just help you pull on through until your weekends and your real life begins? Thank y'all. I'm Willy Tea Taylor. Here come my friends out of Cincinnati, Ohio. Originally Knoxville, Tennessee, I believe, but here's the Montvales, and this is Sally and Molly, and I'm glad we had an extra few minutes. And here they come. Dig it. And we got some merch over there that's handcrafted. Handcrafted merch. You're going to want to have it. It's one of a kind. It's going to be worth something one day.